you doubt me. Anxiety, depression, yeah, my brain is getting clouded. The voices in my head and every single one I'm shouting. She said if you really love me, you gotta prove it. But I'm steady trying to prove to the world that I can do it. Young black man, I feel like I don't stand a chance.
Yo, what up YouTube? It's KJ and I'm back with another video. And today I just want to give a quick little recap about my predictions. I know you guys seen the first video where me and Jackson, we went over the whole college football thing, and we both had predictions for the college playoffs, and I'm just gonna touch on my side of round one today. You know, later on during the playoffs, after the playoffs, me and Jackson will sit down again and we'll discuss everything. But I think what I'm gonna do week by week. So this is week one with the first round. I think I'm going to cover my side of round one. So that's what I'll be doing today. So first off, where do we start off? Let's start off with the Indiana and Notre Dame game. Just like I predicted Notre Dame to win. It was kind of crazy because Notre Dame played like they belong, and Indiana did exactly what I thought they were going to do. They played like they didn't belong. You know, a couple teams that I think didn't belong, and I stated that earlier in, you know, the other video. I'm sorry, the stage is just too big. And for Indiana, the stage was just too big. It wasn't a blowout, but the stage was too big. Too much Jeremiah Love. He had a great game. I don't know what got into him, but he went crazy. I think he had like 9 carries for 1 something. But he went crazy, and Notre Dame looked good. Do I see them getting past the second round? No, I do not. I do not see that. However, they did what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to beat Indiana. Indiana did not belong, and I'm sorry. To all you Hoosiers out there, don't take this the wrong way. You guys had a great year. You guys did your thing. Maybe next year, but I just think the college playoffs it's really for the big dogs, and you guys were big dogs. Don't get me wrong. Y'all just wasn't bigger. You know, you guys kind of had like a cupcake schedule, some people would say, and just really wasn't impressive. You guys were who I thought you were, and not to talk down on Indiana or anything because it's nothing but respect, but that's just what it is. I think the stage is too big for you guys. So, moving on to the second game. All right, the second game was Penn State and SMU. This right here was another game that I said a team doesn't belong. Yeah, they were good. They had a good year. They really had a cupcake schedule. SMU did not belong. I don't care what nobody say. SMU did not belong into the playoffs. It is what it is. Maybe if it was like something smaller, like a bowl game, yeah, they deserve a bowl game for sure. But getting into the playoffs with the big dogs, the best of the best, they didn't belong. I'm sorry, they got washed away today, and I'm sorry, they shouldn't be there. They shouldn't be there. You should have gave that spot to literally Miami, Alabama, South Carolina. You could have gave that spot to anybody else, but y'all gave it to SMU. They're a good team, good program. They just don't have enough to compete on that level yet. And I know a lot of people out there is gonna be upset with, you know, the way I'm saying it, but at the end of the day, it's true. They not getting these 5-star kids like the Alabamas, the Georgias, the Ohio States. They not getting those type of kids where they can go out and compete in the playoffs. You might have had a good season, yeah. You didn't play nobody really, but when it comes to this level of competition, you guys just weren't ready, and the proof is in the pudding. So hopefully next year the committee do better when picking the teams. I know it will be more teams next year. I'm assuming it'll be more teams next year, but you guys got to really like think about who y'all putting on the big stage like that, because a team like SMU, yeah, they'll be good. They should play somebody like Indiana. That'll be a cool game. You feel me? But putting them up against Penn State, I don't think that was a good idea. It was not a good idea. Penn State basically done whatever they wanted to do in this game, and it's just Penn State, you know, it's Penn State. They've been on top for a while. Not on top, but they've been up there. They've been up there. I mean, ever since their little scandal with their coach, you know, the whole locker room thing, they kind of went downhill from there because they had to take, you know, some punishment for the actions of the program. But Penn State building, they built their way back up, and you know, they doing what they supposed to do. Penn State handled business today. They handled business. All right, the next game I want to talk about is Texas and Clemson. This game was a little bit better than what I thought it was going to be. Can't lie, I thought Texas was going to just run off with it. But Clemson, they fought. But if you guys seen the earlier video, what did I say? I said, I think Clemson is a bunch of fake tough guys. They just weren't enough for Texas. Texas balled out, man. Texas balled out. They did their thing today, and you can't take nothing away from them. Texas are who we thought they were. Clemson is who I thought they were. I think the reason why Texas dominated this game, not just I think, but the reason why Texas dominated this game is because they finally got a rushing game. They finally established a good rushing game. They almost had 300 yards on the ground. Shout out to Sark, man, Coach Steve Sark. He did what he had to do. Like, if you look at their previous games, Texas, that is, I'm talking about Texas. If you look at their previous games, their rushing was basically non-existent. And coming into the playoffs, Steve made a great adjustment, and the run game actually looked good. It looked good. If they keep this up, I don't know. Like, they might mess my bracket up. I ain't gonna say they gonna mess it up yet, because I really got to see what they do next round. But they had a great run game today, and you know, them boys up front did their thing. So good job, Texas. Clemson is who I thought they were. Knew they were gonna lose. I called that. So right now I am 3-0 when it comes to picks. The last one we got is Tennessee and Ohio State. Now with this one, I knew that Ohio State was gonna win. Obviously, I called that too. I'm 4-0. 4-0 to start. Ohio State, I knew they were gonna win. Tennessee just, I don't know. I feel like Samson need more touches. Tennessee could not get a run game established. And come on, you know, it's SEC football. You have to establish the run game. If you want to beat a team like Ohio State, you need to control the box. If you can't control the box, you can't win. I said it before. Nico, young, but I think that the lights are too bright in this moment. He's not able to really let loose. He ain't really airing the ball out like that, and when he is, I'm questioning some of the reads and what's just happening with them offensively. But hey, it's Ohio State, one of the best teams in the country. Tennessee did their thing. Can't take nothing away from them. Everything was earned by Ohio State. Ohio State is a good team. Judkins finally got in the end zone. He done his thing. They were clicking on all cylinders. Ohio State was. They was clicking. They looked good. Ohio State done what they were supposed to do. Ohio State got Tennessee up out of there. Tennessee doesn't have enough offensively. They had a great year this year. Better than what some people expected. I think next year Tennessee will be a powerhouse. But this year, just too much Ohio State. Ohio State done what they were supposed to do. Ohio State looked good. And that kind of makes me worry about the next game against Oregon. That's going to be a great game versus Oregon. So right now I'm 4-0, and it's going to get really, really tricky the next round. It's going to get really, really tricky because Ohio State and Oregon is going to be a great game. I'm calling it right now. It's going to be a great game, but I'm going to take Oregon. I don't know if I should renege, honestly, because having all these weeks or all these days out, not getting that game rep, like, that could affect Oregon. Having that bye week, that first round bye week, that could affect them. Ohio State got some real-time game reps against a great contender, which could put them in position and just ready to, like, did you see them? Like, they were like a well-oiled machine. They look good. And if they keep this momentum, then it's going to be problems for that team in Eugene. I'm just letting you know that right now. It's going to be problems for them. So I think it'll be a shootout, but I'm still going to keep my same pick, and I'm going to roll with Oregon. The next round, we also got Texas versus ASU. I'm going to keep my same prediction. I'm still going with Texas. I think Texas will win that. I don't think it'll be close. Sam, the running back for ASU, Statsbo, or however you say his name is, a great running back. Great. But I think it's just going to be too much Texas. Texas is a really good football team. Next round for Notre Dame. Notre Dame plays Georgia. We ain't got to speak on that. Go Dogs. The Georgia Bulldogs will definitely take care of business. I don't think it's going to be close. That's just me. These are my predictions. I don't think it's going to be close. So I'm not even going to talk about that. And then we got Boise and Penn State. I'm going to stick with my early predictions. I'm still saying Penn State. Penn State will win that game. And in the semifinals, we'll have Georgia versus Penn State, and we'll have Oregon versus Texas. So, quick little recap. That's all it was. I hope you guys are paying attention to what's going on and, doing a little bit of research, doing your little film study, because it's getting good, man. It's getting good. It hurts me to see teams that's there that shouldn't be there. And there's one more team that I told you guys shouldn't be there that's there, and we'll see. Next week we will see, because I'm just going to leave it like that. We will see. But just remember, I told you guys there was 3 teams that did not belong. The first 2 have already showed themselves. They showed their true colors. They did not belong. That could have been Miami, Alabama, or South Carolina. That's why I'm so upset, because it could have been one of them, and they would have made this whole playoffs interesting. Anyways, we'll let the trash take itself out, if that makes sense. I'm not calling nobody trash, just using it as a metaphor. So, once again, I'll catch back up with y'all next week. This is my week 1 recap, round 1 recap. So, till next video, peace.